We are live.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi guys.
Hi guys. Okay. Um. Let me see if I can use this one.
How do you greet? Peace up. That's how you begin your video, no? So, hi guys. Welcome to Journey with Leads. Today is
Okay.
another session of live
Hi,
broadcast.
Bessie. Hi, Kemzi.
Hi. Hi. Okay. Let me.
I really feel like my ear is dark.
But we cannot fix it for you. If
E.
it's dark, it's dark. It's dark around the
Okay.
face, but we can't help you.
Dark.
That's
Okay.
better
Come
lighting
closer.
where you are.
Better.
That's
Yes.
better
Yes.
lighting. Where you are, that's good
Yes. That's
lighting.
better. Yeah. That's
I like
better.
your
Yes.
scarf. Your hair scarf is nice.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. I wanted to do something like that, but okay. We're live already, so.
Should we start or we wait for?
Find out
Should
those
we
who are
start?
watching. Hi guys, if you're watching, if you're watching, please can you just indicate where you're watching from, please? You're welcome to the live stream today with Jenny, with Liz. She's invited us on the live broadcast, and today we are talking about growing up as an African girl. So I'll let the
Yeah.
person on my right. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's left or right, but Kemti to introduce herself.
Okay.
But you're in the
Hello
middle.
guys. Okay. Hello guys. I'm live with Kemdi. I'm also a YouTuber based in Nigeria. I think that's about it. Nothing more.
Your
Hey,
your channel.
you said?
What your
You,
channel
you
is
didn't
about?
mention your channel
Oh, my channel is
or your channel.
about personal blog, lifestyle and tour. That's what my channel is all about. Personal blog, like personal journey, documenting my personal journey, as a Nigerian, as an African woman, as
Okay.
as a wife, as a mother, and all of that. I think that's
Okay.
about it. Mhm.
Okay. So if you want any good content when it comes to Nigeria, Oyo, that is Oyo precisely. Please go to her
Yes,
channel. You see very good views there of Oyo.
and we are extending. We are going beyond Uyo to other
Okay.
parts of Nigeria. Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Very important. Kenzie,
And
I first of all want to thank you for accepting to be on the live program today. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I know.
Mm.
I want to thank you for accepting my invitation to be part of this live stream today. And yeah, we are going to be talking about growing up as an African girl. I want us to share our experiences. Of course, all of us are women. We pass through the
Yeah.
girls stage. So I want to share our experiences that we face growing up in different African homes, and I'm just happy that you are a Nigerian, and I'm very sure that your experience is, it might be similar with us, but at least there's going to be something that is different that we are going to learn from it. So we'll be sharing our
Mm.
experiences, that our stories as we grew up, and then we'll be
Yeah.
highlighting the challenges that we face, because we are focused on an African girl. We'll be
Yeah.
highlighting the challenges that we face. And when you highlight a challenge, it's always good that at the end of the program we look for possible solutions, because I feel like there are things that we pass through that at this moment, the way we are right now, we might have like, okay, I feel okay, this, if I see somebody in this very situation, this is what I'm
Yeah.
going to advise the person to do. So that's all what we
Yeah.
are going to be doing in the live stream for
Mm.
today.
Yeah.
is anyone watching with us, please? If you're on the live stream, can you just indicate, please, either with a hi or just say something so we can welcome you to the live broadcast?
My husband is watching, but he will not say hi.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Um.
didn't share the link. I'm really having. I did not share the link. I did not.
But
I
that's
don't
okay.
know.
We'll have a chat, even if it shows 3 people are watching now and some people don't like commenting. So
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Some people
I
don't
think let's
like
just go ahead because we always have at the back of our mind that people are going to come back to watch. And when they come, they
Is that
don't want it to be boring from the beginning. So let's just go ahead.
thanks for that.
you're right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Who is going to start? Who wants to start first?
You're hosting us, so can you begin?
I should begin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. First of all, I am from a polygamous family. My both parents are Cameroonians from two different tribes. So growing up
Okay.
in a polygamous family is my family. We have a lot of challenges there. I face different challenges. Moving from one town to another to visit your stepmothers, and
Okay.
also I'm going to talk about the challenge that I face in primary school. The one of the
Yeah.
challenge that I faced while growing up in my earlier life, primary school now, yes,
Yeah, primary.
is the fact that it was difficult for me to communicate with guys around me. I don't know if you get it. It was difficult for me to communicate with the guys, the boys in my class. At a
Yeah.
younger age, I was like, no, I just want to be only where girls are. Everywhere girls
Yeah.
are, I want to be there. It was difficult, even to have a male, like, because there they will put you to sit with another. Maybe it could be a guy or a girl, but they will always encourage children to mix up with guys when you're sitting in a classroom.
Yeah.
But I was very, very uncomfortable. I don't know why, but I was just uncomfortable. I don't know if it stemmed from the fact that I grew up mostly with girls, because
Okay.
from my mother's side, I have just sisters, but I have stepbrothers whom I grew up with at one point in my life. But why at that tender stage, it was difficult for me to, to interact with other guys. So that is just one of the challenges that I face. I'm going to leave Bessie or Kemdi, anyone to talk. Then after we have shared one or two, I'm going to talk back on some of the challenges that I face.
Okay.
Okay. Personally, I grew up in a monogamous family. Today, they say it's nuclear family, where it's just the father, the mother, and the children, right? For me,
Yeah.
one of the challenges I faced a lot of challenges growing up. The last time I spoke, I think I was telling Bess, I said I didn't like my childhood. Personally,
Yeah.
first of all, it's communication. I grew up in a family, or not just a family per se, but in a society where, communication wasn't a thing at the time. Do you understand? It was more like
Mm-hmm.
instruction, instruction, instruction. You give the child instruction, you obey. Then they tell us that to obey is better than sacrifice. What Samuel
Obedience
told
first, right?
Saul
Yeah.
in the Bible. And so that was just the mindset that people had at the time. Like there was no communication. If so I was doing something wrong, you just beat me, and then I was a little I was like the black sheep of the family. So anytime I do something wrong, and I'm actually the first in my family too, so anytime I do something wrong, they just beat you and beat you and beat the hell out of you. Nobody tries to tell you, okay, this is the reason why you're not supposed to do this. This is what is wrong with what you're doing. This is why you should not go here. This is why you should not go there. You should not talk to this person and stuff like that. We didn't have such things at the time because then there was no communication. Do you understand? Just like even in marriages, there were no communications. As in, like it's about the man is the lion, the woman is the what they call it, the lioness,
Good.
and then you have the cubs and things like that. So the men were supposed to dominate the society, why the women are supposed to manage the resources and things like that. That was just the mindset of the society I grew up in. Even though it was just we and our parents, but there was no communication of any type, as in like there was no communication at all. That was one of the challenges I faced growing up.
Okay. Um, welcome to Alex, Jackie, Alex and Jackie. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. You're very welcome to
Mm.
the live stream.
Yeah,
So, just like what Lee said, I grew up in Cameroon. My both parents are
yeah,
from the same tribe. Both parents are from the
mm,
same tribe. I'm as well from a polygamous home. I don't know if you say Cameroon thing, but coincidentally, I'm from a polygamous home. It
mm.
was beautiful because we are the younger children. So my mom is the younger
Okay,
wife. Yes, and
okay,
my brothers are older. like the beating thing you're talking about, they will beat
Mm.
the hell out of you if you do something. And there is something Liz
Yeah.
said about sitting in class with a boy. I did not have a problem sitting in class with a boy, but with us, we have like, not like, it's a desk. So two people or three people sit there. So if you're on a desk where you have three people, so two boys and a girl, the girl will be in the middle. That's what they try to do to
In the
make you
middle.
people normalize sitting with them. It's okay.
Mm.
And I remember I had a classmate in primary school. He was an albino. We did not like sitting by him, not just because he was an albino. This guy was intelligent. He's a Nigerian, but he will not show you answers. So we did not really like him. He was
You want
super
a deeper life
intelligent.
member?
And
He just he just won't show
just
you
to
answer,
add
even when
to
you're
what
struggling to. You want to copy
Yeah.
from a classmate, but he will
Yeah.
cover his work and he doesnesn't see properly. And sometimes he
Properly.
wants you to now read what's on the board to him. And
For
you think,
him.
no, you're not showing me. Yeah, but other than that, primary school wasn't bad for me. The
Yeah.
kind of challenges I faced in primary school was the fact that I grew up not knowing how to fight.
Okay.
And in primary school, oh my God, if you do something, I went to a government, like how would they say it? A state primary
government
school.
school.
We say government school where I come from, so it's owned
Yeah.
by the state. So it's kind of pakuro, it's hardcore, it's not for the faint-hearted.
Mm.
So I remember having a classmate once, she was a Nigerian, because I grew up in a town where there are lots of Nigerians there.
Oh,
They're
okay.
the ones that own businesses, yes, Kumba to be precise. So that's why I went to primary
Yeah.
school. So this classmate of mine, I don't remember what transpired with us, but she beat the hell out of me. And in my primary school, when they beat you, they have to put grass or sand in your mouth
Your mouth.
to indicate that they're beating you. So before this fight will begin, they'll put sand
Mm.
for you to hit it to show that you're not afraid. You want the
Mm.
fight. So
Yeah.
did that. And this girl beat
Yeah.
me very badly. And that's one of the things the chat. I don't even want to go back to my primary school. I was well beaten and I followed her to her house. I remember my
Mm.
family, they came and took me from her house. I said, "La, just kill me." So primary school, no, I don't like that experience. I don't even want to go there back.
The
Not
funny
at
thing is,
Just
as
to
you guys
add
are
to what
talking, okay.
just to add
Yeah,
to
go
what
ahead.
Kemzi, I feel like that aspect of you instructing rather than discussing with a child is something that is very
all.
very
Don't bring my
very very
charger, please.
popular in our both societies, because they will
No,
instruct
laptop
you, they
Mm-hmm.
will
charger,
not
please.
even bother to ask for your opinion, or maybe you do something and it is wrong, they will just start beating you. They will not try to find out like what happened, what were you doing, or why did you do that. They will just start beating you. So it's very I think it is something that I also experience. And what Bessie was talking about, putting girls in the middle and two boys by the side, that is what we had also in my primary school. Two boys at the extreme extreme,
Okay.
and then you are supposed to sit in the middle. Which I
Mhm.
think is actually good, because it helps you to know how to socialize from an early age. But at the beginning it's kind of difficult for those who are for those who don't have male around in their different homes. It's kind of difficult for them to adapt to it, but it's actually good, because it's a form of learning, of teaching children how to socialize from a younger age. And I
Yeah.
think it's actually a good
Yeah,
practice. Hi,
can I just say
Antoinette, thank you
something?
for joining.
Yeah.
No, you finish the comments. It's okay. You finish your comments, then I'll
Hi,
jump
Antoinette.
in.
Thank you for. It's okay, sis. You're not late.
Yeah.
You're not late. In my primary school, I was chubby, loved by my teachers, and I hated maths. So the day I failed maths, everyone is beating, and me beating the most by my teacher. And the day I passed it, everyone is spared. Wow. It means that everybody in your class was just praying that Antoinette should pass maths, so that those who fail, they are not going to receive beating. I I
Yeah.
I I never loved primary school. Yes,
Mm.
Kemdi. Who was about to say something? Was it Bessie or?
Yeah.
No,
Then another
okay.
thing, that I remembered why they used to put us like that we did not like is the fact that, oh, stop noise. Is the fact that your classmates were the ones instigating it. You know, you sit by a boy, then your classmate will start saying that that's your boyfriend. Naya Masada,
Okay.
that's what they say in primary school. So sometimes that was one of the reasons why I do not like sitting by a boy, especially if it's a boy that is dirty or you do not like him. It's
Mm-hmm.
just out of ignorance. It was from an innocent place, you know. But they will say it. I know that's another reason why we did not like sitting by a boy in primary school because they'll be mocking you, your friends will be mocking you. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, the way you guys are talking about primary school, do you know the funny thing is, I think my childhood, like that primary stage was so, well, I say was so bad that I think I kind of, you know, what's that word they use? They say you
You
subconsciously
block.
hid everything. Like I blocked that area of my life that I don't really remember much of that time. Do you understand? Like most of the things you guys are talking now, I'm kind of beginning to relate, but I really don't remember most of these things because of probably because of the things that happened. When I was
Yeah.
that age, I kind of
Yeah.
forgot about it. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
I remember sitting down with boys and I remember them telling me that one of the boys sitting in front of me was my boyfriend.
Mhm.
I will not forget that. But I remember hating maths, but I think I hated maths when I got to secondary school. I hated maths when I got to secondary school, and that was because of sexual abuse. That was why I hated the teacher. And from hating the teacher, I hated maths. So I never took maths seriously. And then I think the only thing I think I was very good at English because I started writing letter at a very young age in my life, where I tend to write down most of the things that were happening to me because I felt like I was alone. I didn't have anybody to talk to. So I felt like the whole world hated me, like I didn't have a place in the world. So I kind of write down most of my things. Do you understand? Like I'm just learning how to talk in front of people, learning how to talk in front of the camera. I do more of writing. I write very well. I can pour down my thoughts very well on paper, but to talk to people is a difficult thing for me. So I think that that was what I was doing most of the time growing up at that age. I wrote a lot about the things I experience every day. So now you guys are talking about it. It's something I'm like trying to like go back to that time and like figure out how it really was for me, but I really can't remember much for me
I
personally.
have a quick question. I have a quick question for you, but it's okay
Yeah.
if you want to put the question. I feel
Okay.
like, not like I feel like, okay, there are other children who are
Yeah.
actually like that, who don't
Yeah.
know how to express themselves. So
Yeah.
how did you leave that stage from a young girl who did not know how to express herself, and right now I see you fluent everything. What did you do that actually helped you to bring out that boldness or that courage in you?
First of all, sorry if I'm talking, if I cry, please forgive me. First of all,
No, it's okay.
I would say it's God, number one, because I believe that God has a purpose for my life. And then I will say
Mhm.
that over time, I realized that nobody was going to fight for me. Okay. I realized that nobody was going to fight for me. I have to fight for myself. If I really want to, like have that freedom, if I really want to be respected, if I really wanted to, to be heard, I needed to fight for myself. So from the age of, I remember 14, but before that time, I remember when I was 13, I remember chasing my uncle with a cutlass back those
Mhm.
days because of sexual abuse too. So I remember chase. I think that was the first time I actually started, like fighting for myself from the age of 13. I like, okay, I'm not going to let people take advantage of me anymore. I'm not going to let people, do things to me that I don't like. I need to start fighting. And then from there, I became, stubborn. I attack anybody. I talk to anybody. I don't care, and I started living this life like I act before I think. Do you understand? Like, whatever it is that is happening, if we are going to die, let's die now. But I was going to fight. I think that was when he actually said from the age of 13. But by then, a lot of things had happened. Do you understand? So, it's just that consciousness where I just realized that I was all alone. Nobody was going to, stand for me. Nobody was going to fight for me. And even though my parents didn't really have deep understanding of what was going on, they didn't really put themselves in that place where I could actually come to them and say, look at what is happening. Do you understand? So that was how my journey started. It didn't just start now. It started a long time ago when I had to learn how to like stand up for myself because I realized that nobody was going to stand up for me.
All right. Bessie, you want to say something?
Oh no, no. I was just about saying if you're not comfortable, please don't share any story you're not comfortable
No, I
sharing.
know. It's something I want to share. It's something I want to bring to my YouTube channel, but I just
Okay,
needed to get comfortable. So it's okay. I talk
okay,
about it.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
go
you for
ahead.
sharing.
Thank you for
Thank you for
sharing.
sharing that. I feel like why do I like to use I feel like another thing which is
It's
very
okay.
common another thing which is very very common in our African societies, and it affects a lot of girls, is the fact that growing up they are going to tell you like, oh my woman, you just see maybe there's one guy who always comes to the house to clear the place, to fix your
Yeah,
cable line, and just going to start attributing himself to you like, that's my wife, eh? That's my wife.
yeah,
I remember there is a guy, he used to call me my wife. It gave me that idea. Like whenever I saw him on the way, I will run.
yeah.
When I was younger, just say like
Okay.
play, hey mama, my woman, come. I will run. I did not feel comfortable about it. I did not feel comfortable with that. And I don't know if you think that is actually a good idea for people to start calling young girls at a
Yeah.
tender age their wives or my woman, all of that.
I will never encourage that. Like as I am right now, if a man calls my daughter my wife, oh my God. As in like what you will see, you will not expect it. That is me for now because of back then growing up, men call you my wife, young guys call you my wife and stuff like that in front of your parents. And then behind closed doors, they start doing things they're not supposed to do. Do you understand? Italia, you know you're my wife now. You know, even your parents know you're my wife because they call you my wife in front of your mom and she doesn't do anything, she just laughs over it.
Mhm.
Do you understand? And then they start doing things to you, they start manipulating you, making you believe it's okay that even your parents knows. Do you understand? And then when they now start going far,
Yes.
by then you've gotten so involved and they'll tell you, if you tell anybody, I will beat you. If you tell anybody, I will do this to you. If you tell anybody, I will do that to you. And then because they know
Mhm.
that you know that your parents, or especially your mom, is very familiar with them. They will tell you that even your mom is not going to believe you, and truly, they're not going to believe you. So yes, I will never encourage that. Don't even try it around me. I will not take it.
Mhm.
Antoinette says I was an extrovert and bold. I was also
Yeah,
in primary school choir right from primary two. Wow. Ooh. I joined the choir in school, so I was so popular then.
yeah,
Then she continued, I started reading when I was in primary two. I was a
yeah.
lovable person, but always keeping to myself. Reading is something I don't really think I've really done. Reading, I'm a very lazy person. If everything could be on audio, to just be
Mm,
talking and I'm living my life. Yes, but the book itself, once I hold it, I'll fall asleep.
mm.
And when it came to like maths, like Liz Antoinette said about maths, I did not
Mm.
like maths because when you got to class six, is it class six? They used to do mental mathematics when you're
Okay,
writing
I
common
didn't know
trans.
that.
I don't know. Common trans to us is that exam that you write before you go into secondary school.
Yes,
So
same
they
thing.
do
Yeah.
like a mental
Mhm.
maths, and if you come to class late, so they can give you 30 problems for 30 minutes and they will beat.
Mhm.
Maybe schools have changed now. They used to whip, if you fail even five, so you have five strokes. Serious.
Wow.
Sorry about that. Five,
Um,
so they will flog you, and those teachers used to beat. These are canes that they buy, proper cane. It's no joke.
yeah.
So I did not really like maths, and I've never even known maths. So by the time I got to Form 4, not I think Form 4, you're not allowed to choose, but you have that option that anyway, I'm not going to do it in the GCSE. I'm just wasting my time. So I did not, even
Yeah.
the day I was writing maths GCSE, I just went there, wrote my names, 30 minutes, I walked out of the hall without putting anything. And that's something I regret till today because maths is not difficult.
It's not difficult.
It's
It's
not
not.
difficult. I think it's
Yeah.
a delivery method. And in secondary school, I remember my secondary school teacher used to beat me when he comes to class. And I think
Mm,
it's because at the back of my head, I did not like maths. So when he came
mm,
to class, he's trying to solve. That was from three. And the man was from my
yeah.
village, my tribe mind. So the way you even pronounce my name is different. Tabaro, tabaro, stand up, stand up. Before he finishes, sometimes I've jumped from the window and I'm gone.
Window
Because this man
gone.
will beat me. He will remove his band. He used to have one
Yeah.
bracelet. He will put it as if he wants to fight with me. Hold his sleeves. Not just me, but those of us that did not like maths.
Math, okay.
He was doing it from a good place. He wanted us to like maths. He wanted us to
Yeah.
study it. But I think in our head, in Cameroon, when you get to Form 5, you're allowed to choose
Mm.
subjects that you want to write at the GCSE. And in our heads, it's already, I'm an art student. What am I doing with maths?
Math.
So you don't even want the maths, the biology, the physics, the chemistry, because you're already oriented within you. It's not even
Yeah.
coming from anywhere. Oh, I want to do artist literature. What are they doing with maths? So we tend not to.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a pleasant experience for me when it came to maths.
Yeah. Another,
There's a comment.
as a teacher that I am, to assist children who can write but can't talk, we involve them mostly in activities and make them leaders in small groups. It will help them to talk, especially when mocked. Yes, that's a nice approach. That's a
Mm.
good approach. Just Antoinette is saying, I worked in an NGO called Educate a Child, where in that NGO we use play activities to educate children. We learn them through games. We just make the environment friendly
Yeah.
through games. That's how we use to teach them. And what
Yeah.
she actually said, that's the method we use. We when
Mm.
we saw that there are some children who were in their shells, we'll bring them
Yeah.
out and we leaders of small groups like four or five will make them leaders to coordinate our
Mm.
activities. That's a good approach. I think that
Yeah.
if
Well,
they do it more often in schools, it's going to help children who don't like some subjects like arithmetic, French, to actually enjoy the subject. Okay, I want to
yeah.
talk about mental
Can
abuse.
I
I
just add
feel
on something there, please? Can I just cut you short and add on something, a possible solution? Another thing is, when we are younger, I feel like when you get to sort of 18, because you're young, when you're still a young teenager, you're still innocent.
Mm.
But I think some
Yeah.
people around 18, they understand what happened with some of these people that are not bold, not that cannot express themselves is because, for instance, if I stammer, when I talk, you mock at me. How am I going to talk?
Yeah.
So we as children, we do it from an innocent place. It's fun.
Place.
We are
Yes.
catching fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. Then when
Mm.
it comes
Mm.
to language, you're
Yeah.
you're struggling, you're not good at that language. Some people are gifted or are quick learners. Then I'm
Yeah.
struggling. When I talk, you make mockery at me. For instance, maybe bonjour. Bonjour means good morning, is French. I said maybe bonjour, and you're laughing at me. You've knocked my confidence. I won't be
Yeah.
able to express myself. Likewise, English. If I'm speaking my English now, you say I sound like a village girl.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to talk? But I think with this, the older we get, I think we tend to realize we are stopping people from expressing themselves. So when they
Expressing
try
themselves.
and they, when they
Yeah.
try
Go
and
ahead.
gain that confidence, I think we are able to express ourselves. So confidence is something we can also instill on these young children, that
Yeah.
be confident in you. Just keep making these mistakes. It's okay. Don't let them shut your voice. Just keep expressing yourself. Say it the way you're able to say it. With time, you're going to learn. It's like reading. Not
Learn.
everyone is a good reader. There are some people that when they read, you're like, whoa, you know. So it's just encouragement.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was going to cut you off there.
Yeah.
One of the things again I noticed that why you're talking about these younger ones, what's making it more difficult is the fact that even the adults themselves, still make mockery of just children. You understand? It's not just children mocking other children. It's now
Yeah.
adults mocking other children. You see an adult, you see that you say, party bombo. In Nigeria, you say party bombo,
That's the point I was going to talk about. I wanted to introduce mental abuse before
Yes.
basic content. I was going to bring that point. It's like we
Okay.
planned.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, you can continue. You
Okay.
can
So
write
you
down.
say party, yeah, you say party bombo. I mean, party bombo, that is, you're abusing that child. You understand? And then you see maybe two siblings, you'll be like, what is wrong with you? Your sister is finer. Maybe the sister is fair, the other one is dark. Your sister is finer than you. and things like that. You understand? Personally, too, these are some of the things, I think we experienced because my sister was on the big side and she was very fair. And then, okay, she's very fair even up till now. I am on the slim, very slim side. I said I was like bone. They'll call me then. They'll call me Okuku Dumiri. That is chicken, rainy season chicken. You know when rain has beat chicken, they'll call you Upanafege. This are I don't know if this is my language. I don't even know what language it is. You understand? But there's a place they call Fege. In the eastern part of Nigeria, they'll tell you you are like Upana. Upana is like a bird, a kind of bird. They tell you that you are Panafege, things like that. And why are they saying that? Because you're very slim, they feel like they can just pick you up and break you. Do you understand? And these are adults actually abusing those children. So if you're talking about trying to help the other children, help they give them a voice and all of that, the
Yeah.
adults in the society need to learn too that it's not okay for you to just call a child, names. If you see that a child is doing something wrong or talking in a wrong way or has some very, not so okay, how do I put it? Appearance or something like that. Help to see how you can, look at how you can correct that child or help that child instead of calling the child names. You understand? That's just one of the things that mm-mm, is making what you're talking about very difficult in the society.
Yeah. You've
Welcome,
just said
we are talking about our experiences growing up
okay.
in different African societies.
Okay.
We are highlighting challenges and possible solutions. Yeah, as I wanted to talk about mental abuse. That is
Just a minute.
exactly.
Can you just Antoinette left a comment there. Can you take it please before you continue? Antoinette left a comment.
She said we call it Cosmos mental drill. I think she's talking
Okay.
about the teaching method.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay. I thought it was for the what Kempty was talking about. Sorry about that.
So the teaching method. Maths
Okay.
is really simple indeed, but we follow the crowd to deny it, thereby killing ourselves. Children nowadays need to learn this. Really, if there's something I could go back to school and learn, it's definitely going to be maths or arithmetic. Seriously. Because growing up, I just felt like it is difficult. I already had this barrier in front of me that arithmetic maths is not for me. Because at the younger stage, it's called arithmetic. As you're going inside, they call it maths. So I
Mm.
always tell my friends, you see me, I be don't drop arithmetic since primary school. According to me, I was doing it with. But if there's something I should go back and learn, it should be
Yeah.
arithmetic and French. Yeah.
Mm.
So as I was talking about mental abuse, this is what so many children face so many children face at home. Those small words. You see a child who is slim, and you're telling the child how is
Mm.
dry, so picture fine. See a sister, all of that is affecting the child. It's affecting the child's level of confidence. It
I'm
Yeah.
affects
telling
the
you.
child's confidence, and you see even children who are physically disabled.
Yeah.
You see like there are adults who actually who you might look at them and you have that urge to laugh because
Yeah.
growing up as children they did not understand that somebody can be like that and look a type. So most at times you see those small primary school children when they see someone who is disabled, they will try to laugh at the person. I've
Yeah.
Yeah.
seen situations that children will want to laugh at a disabled person, but I think that is out of ignorance. These
Ignorance.
are
Yes.
things that
Mm.
adults that they actually have to stop doing it, and they have to start
Mm.
teaching children that people vary, people differ in their shapes, in their sizes. And I feel like parents have a very great role to play when it comes to mental abuse from the home. Don't allow
Yeah.
anybody to come to your house and tell this child, I say, how old are you? You're just 10 years and you're looking as if you're 15 or 20 years. That's your body shaping that child. And when the child is growing up, she just has that image that, oh, I'm too big for my age. So growing up
Age.
now, the child will start telling people, oh, I'm 8 years old, I'm 20 years old. But you're just because you don't want people to look at you that your age doesn't reflect your size. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys, I don't know if you have it there in Nigeria, but it's very, very common. you
Very
see
common here
you
too.
you see a girl child, because women mature quickly more than men. So
Yeah.
at the tender age, some girls already develop boobs. And if you don't take care of yourself well, especially when you're fat, it makes you to look much, you look very, very big, as if you're bigger than your age.
Mm.
Family members will come home and say, I say, how you big? So you even look big past your, you did listen, now you be big man for me. All of that is not good. Your body shaming that
Mm.
child. The child will grow up not to love herself if care is not
Exactly.
taken. The child will grow up not
Mm.
to love herself. So I feel as parents, if somebody comes to your house and is trying to, talk down on your child, it's your place to tell them, leave her. We are comfortable the way she is. We love her
Yes.
size the way she is. And parents also have to constantly remind their children of how they love them. In this way, it's
Yeah.
going to help them to build their confidence and self-esteem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very true.
Welcome, Precious Meal. Precious Meal says, good evening, host and everyone in the house. Welcome, you're welcome to the
Hey,
live stream.
you're
And we are seeing
welcome.
about 9 people watching us. Can you just indicate where you're watching us from so we can tell you a special welcome? But if you're comfortable not to leave a comment, just know you're specially welcome. There's a special welcome for you to the live stream.
Yeah.
Like
And we
Kemsey
have
said,
a guest
Kemsey,
today live, Kebzi. She's also a Nigerian YouTuber. After the live, please do well to check out her channel and subscribe,
Mhm.
watch, all that good stuff.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Kempty rightly said, she's spoken about body, the way she was being abused when she was young. It's funny because
Mm.
sometimes it's not just from outsiders, our own parents. But now
Yeah.
I grew up from a different house because I grew up in
Mm.
a house where before I was born, I have a disabled sister. Then
Yeah.
I'm from a different home. We don't know
Yeah.
abuse because I was born in a home where there's a disabled person there. So there's already this guard. Even as old as I am, if I become
Mm.
very close, you're my friend, I tell you about my sister because it's a no-go zone. I just told you,
Mm.
so if you're coming to my home, you know I have a disabled sister. So if you're not comfortable coming there, that's okay. We cannot be friends
Mhm.
because I have to be with my sister. It's my sister.
Yeah.
So I
Mm.
grew up like that, knowing that I have
Mm.
a disabled sister. Mentally, she's disabled. Physically, she's
Mm.
fine. She's got no physical, just she's got some mental issues. So I've
Mm.
grown up to know I don't look at people from a very tender age, but this is coming because of the house I grew up from. You know,
Okay.
when you already
Yeah.
have an issue, it's like they already doctrine you. Oh, it's not normal.
Yeah.
People come in
Mhm.
different sizes and shape. You have to respect them. So I've
Yeah.
already grown up
Except.
with that mentality. How do I want to
Mhm.
laugh at you when I have a disabled sister?
Yes.
And this is
Okay.
no joke. Even in me, as I am like
Mm.
this, I don't look at somebody and laugh. That is not saying I don't laugh within. I will never express it. Like,
Mhm.
honestly, I won't express it. And I don't like
Yeah.
when people even talk body shame somebody, be it from disability. No, no, no. That's a conversation I don't like having.
Mm.
Yes, because I'm of the
Okay.
opinion that you don't know their struggle. They might
Your
be trying
struggle
to
as
do
well.
something. Yes, you don't know. You might see someone slim, you like the size. You don't know. Even us on the slim side, we are struggling to put on weight. People don't believe it. It's the
Mhm.
same thing. Someone on the plus side, maybe they're trying to trim down, but all what you see them eating. That's all what you know. Or you like food,
Yeah.
but you don't know that individual journey. So it's just good to be nice. So show some
Yeah.
compassion. If you don't know that
Yeah.
story, leave them. Maybe there's a nice way you could give them option if it's
Yes.
someone you're close to. And if you're not close to them, I don't think it's your business. Just let them be. When we were young, I know you see some these children with knock leg, you'll be behave walking like them. We laugh at it, but it's not very
Mhm.
nice. It's just where you
It's
come
not
from.
very nice.
And I think the parents as well, some of them they're ignorant. I'll just say it's out of ignorance, they will say it, and there's this stigma. Oh, your parents must have done this to have this kind of child. And
Sure.
what do
Yeah.
you do? You just listen and you move on. There's nothing much you can
Mm.
do. Yes, but I would say
Okay.
anyone in that kind of situation, if you're being stigmatized, don't take it at heart. They say
Yeah.
Obama and Michelle Obama says when they go low, you go high. Don't talk back at them.
Mhm.
Just move on, try to better yourself. Are you comfortable in
Okay.
yourself? Yes. If you're comfortable, that's it. Don't really care about them. They are mean people,
Mhm.
so you don't need to associate with them. Just let them be. Move on with your life. Associate with people that appreciate you. It takes some
Yeah.
learning. I'm not saying it's something that you just grew up
No,
know.
it's not.
You know, it's like you're faced with a situation where you try fixing, you cannot fix it. What do? You accept it.
Yes.
Sorry. You accept
Let me
it.
just take this comment. Precious Mill is watching from London. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Antoinette, I feel that every day and everywhere I go cause I am fat, but it doesn't move me because I have learned to accept who I am and how I am. So self-confidence is to be instilled in children so they can overcome it. Exactly. And
Yeah.
self-confidence is something that you have to start teaching children from a very, very young age. Start teaching
Age.
them why they are young so that they grow with it, they grow with that confidence. Even when somebody is going to tell them bullshit, they'll just look at the person and say, that one is your own trash you're talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eyolengia, nice content.
Wait,
Thank you
just
so
a
much.
minute. Can I just add something to what you've said? Sorry,
Mm.
Liz, can I just add something? And in building that confidence, I feel like don't just teach them, learn them to recite positive affirmation. Wake up in the morning, tell your
Yeah.
child you're beautiful, you're dark, your hair is great. Just teach them those positive words. It will increase their confidence. When you just say you're fat, oh, they just remember the mom said I'm beautiful, daddy says I'm beautiful. They move on.
Let me
And
say
some of
something about what you just said. Go ahead. Go
okay,
ahead.
no, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, like what you just said now, my daughter, most times when we're coming back from school, people see her and they're like, Fatty Bomber and things like that. And then one day she asked, Mommy, why do they call me Fatty Bomber? Because I realized that if you want to fight everybody, how many people will you fight? So I decided to start teaching her. So most times I'll tell her you're beautiful and things like that. So one day she now asked me again, Mommy, why do they call me Fatty Bombo? I said, but some people say you're beautiful. And she said, yes. Now that auntie said, wow, she's so beautiful. I said, exactly. You see, you're very beautiful. I don't mind those people. They don't know what they're talking about. They are not seeing you very well. She was like, right, Mommy, is that true? I said, yes, they cannot see. They are blind.
Exactly.
And yeah, when somebody tells her, you're fatty, but she'll tell you, my mommy say I'm beautiful. You know,
If-
and
Great.
it has gotten into her. She understands that okay, it doesn't matter what anybody is saying. My mommy says I'm beautiful. My daddy says I'm beautiful, and that is okay. You know.
That's great. You've done your
Mm.
job.
Yeah. Okay. Liz, you're saying something.
I just like what you just shared. But
Mm-hmm.
some homes, you see the parents using their mouth to insult you. You this big head, don't see this Chris one. I say, na me I born you.
I can't
If
stand that. Personally,
if
I
you're watching
can't
this
stand
and
that.
you're a parent, please let's change the narrative. Don't say big head,
Oh
say,
God.
say sense
Yeah.
girl. Don't say big head. Say sense girl. Don't say don't say, oh my engineer, oh my medical doctor, oh my lawyer, oh my president. We should change the
Uh-huh.
narrative because
Yeah.
some children are already used to those insults. Even when you tell us the one go there in Cameroon, you say you hear a child telling you, Master, if Kosh be the key man or me, I wouldn't die sings.
You were taking
And
some comments.
Yeah.
Liz, you were taking some
Um,
comments. Antoinette says I face that every day and everywhere
mm,
I go cause I'm fat, but I don't move. That doesn't move me because I have learned to accept who I am. And now I
yeah.
am so self-confidence confidence
to be
is to be instilled in children so
Mm,
they can overcome
yeah.
it. And that's very true. Eyole Goya, is it Goya? Sorry if I don't pronounce your name well. Eyole, you're
yes,
welcome to the live stream. He says
Mm,
nice content.
mm,
Emelda says, in a world where you can be anything, just be kind. Yeah, if you can't be anything, just be kind. That's all you need
mm,
to do in this world. Yes. And can I just say something? I'm afraid what I want to say might sound so weird. We have grown up in a society, it's the same with Nigeria.
mm,
Africans, I think we understand tough love. So it's kind of historic. I'll say it's historic. We understand
yeah.
tough love in a manner that it's okay if my mom just says some big heads,
Mm-hmm.
skinny girl, That is how we
Mhm.
relate. I don't know if it's a good thing, but it seems to be a cultural thing. It seems to be a historic thing that is already there, that we even say it without no hard feeling. It's like good morning. We don't see anything negative attached to it. There was a time years
Attachment.
back. Let me just use an aside. You ask your friend, "Oh, how are you?" Let me say it exactly in pidgin. "Bo, how are you, Master na they shrine this?" Those are one of the things I've never said because I'm thinking, how can I refer myself to a pig? My younger sister, she loves that, and I'll ask her that. Shrine how? Are you a pig? Maybe it's because I have grown to understand that no, not anything that
Mm,
is trendy, not anything that it's okay in the
yeah.
society. You need to accept it. Why will you be I'm okay? You ask somebody that, are you okay? He said, no, no, they can okay, can't slap me. Things that
Mhm.
we don't we don't really understand. So that's
Yeah.
how I kind it's like comedy in Nigeria. Some of the things that
Yeah.
we say that we are not really conscious of it. You
Of
know, I don't
yes.
really know the real
Yes.
word to articulate it. We are not conscious of it. We are just see some baby head begin head words.
uh,
They'll say head words.
Edward.
Yeah. So for us, it's not coming from a bad place. It's not a justification. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
unconsciously, or is it unconscious bias? It's just
Mm-hmm.
there that we say these things,
Yeah.
without
Yeah,
meaning
that's
no
true.
harm. We don't.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
Mm.
Another challenge that I see a lot of young girls facing is the problem of I'm looking for a correct word. Let me just say the problem of choice, of freedom, not like freedom
Yeah.
to do whatever you want to do. I'm going to talk about this looking at the aspect of education. So
Yeah.
most of the time, especially for those who have elder siblings, I feel like they impose what you are supposed to do. They don't have that dialogue with you. They don't have that
Mm-hmm.
dialogue with you to ask you like, okay, what do you want to do? They just impose on you like, oh, I feel like I think you should go and do medicine because that's what is trending now. That is what is going to make you to have money. They neglect the fact that children have different talents or different gifts
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
they can use in different educational sectors. They just impose on you like, no, if you're going to you should go to opposite and study science. Go
Mhm.
do the science studies so you can become a medical doctor. They don't ask
Yeah.
you if you actually if you would love to do science, or if you even have the passion of doing any career in any what they want to say, any scientific career, any career in if what I'm checking
Any
on my
course,
words.
like a course, any course, maybe in arts or yeah.
Yeah, they don't ask you if you want to do that. So I feel that is
Mm.
something that we should try and change the narrative. Dialogue with
Mm-hmm.
children, ask them what they want to become in future from a younger age, and you
Yeah.
guide them. Also, there are things that we can do to develop creativity in these children. Africans have a lot of talent, but
Yeah.
we don't develop them from a younger age. You see
Mm.
someone who is very, very talented, but you come to know that that person is talented when the person has already reached a certain age, and it's
Age.
like someone for 46 years and the person is very talented. At that age,
Mm.
I'm not saying that age is a barrier, but imagine if you discover that talent at a younger age and you invested in that talent, how much the person
Yeah.
is going to be at an older age.
Mm. That
So
is
I don't
true.
know
That
if
is true.
I
For
don't know.
me, I would. Yeah.
No, it's okay. You can write on.
Yeah, what you're saying is actually true. What you're saying is actually true. I believe that for me, I feel that if, as a parent, you should be able to not just ask your child what he or she wants to become, but study that child. Do you understand? Study that child because as a parent, you're the one who is quick to see their strengths and their weaknesses. That way, you can actually help them. Work towards that particular path, the path that you think is best for them. Do you understand? And it's not just the elder ones that are trying to make, choose the career path for the younger ones. It's also the parents. What maybe like your parents wanted to become, maybe they wanted to be a lawyer, or they didn't even have the opportunity to go to school, and they feel like probably they've been oppressed, by the system. Probably they had issues in court or something, and they were not able to defend themselves, or they didn't have the money to, pursue it. They want their children to become lawyers. They want their children to become, occupy those positions, so that they can go back and then deal with the people that actually, oppress them in one way or the other. It was something that was very, very common in this part of the world, in Nigeria, where you see somebody who is a carpenter, and maybe your child wants to like follow in that path, or maybe wants to be a carpenter too. Instead of you to help that child, that's okay, fine. If you want to be a carpenter, I would prefer you be a more advanced carpenter, become a furniture maker or something like that. You say, no, I want you to go to school. And then you push that child to school, and probably you don't even have the money to pay the fees. And then that child may not even have the brains to even go to school. Do you understand? But because you want to show your enemies that even you, that you can, you have arrived, you insist that that child follows, that path you have set for him or her, not really taking into consideration what is this child's strength. Then you talk about freedom. For me, I see it as independence. Independence in the sense that you are helping this child, teaching this child how to make decisions that is best for them from a very young age. Do you get it? If a child says, I want to do this, it's okay. These are the consequences for your action. If you do this, be ready to, face the consequences. You understand? That would actually guide the child in whatever he or she is doing. Okay, like this is my life. If I make a mistake, this is what happens. If I don't go to school and, if I go to school and I don't study hard, these are some of the things that could happen to me. So it's not just about freedom to choose, but having that independence as a child, like teaching that child independence, realizing that, okay, at some point in your life, you're going to grow up and you're going to, be in charge of your own life. And we are here trying to guide you to make the right decision, so that when you get to that point, you won't have regrets. I don't know if it's making any sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can
Yeah,
I
so that's
just
just.
can I just add to what you've said? What I would say is it's quite challenging, isn't it, as a parent?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's challenging as a parent because there is this fine line between letting this child choose and
Mm-hmm.
actually believing that this child is doing the right thing. Because you
Yeah.
are in a position where you think, no, they are making a mistake, and they are in a position where they think, no, I know what I want. And now
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that because we develop at different stages.
Yeah.
If I There are lots of things I would do differently.
Mm-hmm.
School is my number one. If I have
Mm-hmm.
opportunity, I will never have grades that I had in school. Never ever. I'll redo it all over. So sometimes these parents are just trying to force you when it comes to that career. If not of my
Yeah.
mom, I wouldn't have gone to school the level I went to.
Mm-hmm.
I remember up to primary school, I did not used to want to go to school. I would throw my pencil. So she would buy a pencil, break it by two. She would keep one today, then she would take me to school. I have seniors so in that same school, but I will not go to school with them. So she would drag me to school till I sit in class, then she comes back home. So if you see a situation like that for a child that there's really no reason why this child doesn't want to go to school, you let them make a choice, you're at risk.
Let me add something here. My
Yeah,
daughter, the school she was attending a few years back, she didn't
yeah,
like going to school. At times she wake up in the morning and she'll tell me, Mommy, I don't want to go to school. I say, why? Say, because my teacher will beat me. I don't know how to spell.
okay,
Sometimes she just claims that at 4 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, she'll claim she's sick. And once the school bus has, picked the brother up, she's okay. She's watching cartoon. So I became really suspicious about the whole thing. And I started, I go to school, I ask questions. Some teachers, we have some good teachers, you understand? But it so happened that probably the ones that were taking them at that time were not so good teachers, because I have seen some good teachers in that same school. So something happened last year, and I decided I was going to change them from that school. And I took them to a new school. Do you know that my daughter comes back home and tell me, Mommy, I need to do my assignment, so my teacher will not flog me tomorrow. Mommy, am I going to this tomorrow Monday? I need to be. She's 6 years old now. She said, Mommy, I need to go to school. Mommy, I need to read my book. Once she might be sleeping and she wake up and come and wake you up. Mommy, I've not done my assignment. I've not done my assignment. Things like that. Now
yeah,
she really wants to go to school. Now, what I would say as a parent is, if you're tried for some reason, you may not want to go to school, but right now you may not remember the reason why you didn't want to go to school. Do you understand me? But if, let's say, your mom has actually taken her time to actually look at the situation, really go to school to really find out why is that this child doesn't like going to school. Maybe they would have been able to help at that time. So it's not just to say you have to force the child. You might be forcing a child to do what he or she does not want to do, probably because maybe that child is facing some difficulties that you don't know about. For me, I believe in tracing it to tracing the root of the problem rather than just forcing that child to do something. That is
I'm
what
just
I will say.
I'm just a clingy human being. There was nothing wrong. Nothing wrong because all through my primary school, my dad used to be the
Yeah.
PTA president. So already that's an
Okay.
advantage. So all through my
Yeah.
primary school, my dad was PTA president of that school. So all of us went to that
Okay.
school. There was nothing wrong with my teachers.
Wrong with you.
It was
Okay.
just me wanting to be home. My mom had a shop. So going to the shop with my mom, that was fun. It was just me. And this is something
Okay.
that went with me for a long time, up to when I did my ordinary level, GCSE at ordinary level. So if they did not take me up to that stage, I wouldn't have
Yeah.
achieved what I have now. So some
Yeah.
children, they are just lazy. They don't want to go, or they don't
Okay,
really
that's a
have a
different
reason.
situation.
Yes. So to me, I think it's really good to find a fine line. And the same thing
Yeah.
happened to my nephew. With my nephew
Mm.
now, my nephew had an injury.
Okay.
He was probably about 10. He had an injury and now he had two crutches. So
Okay.
this was sickness that kept him down for about a year. How does he
Okay.
go to school with two crutches, with both crutches? Because he used to walk. So then he
Yeah.
won't want to go to school. Now my nephew is with grandparents. And no, I don't want to go. They'll laugh at me. And my dad told him, if they laugh at you, hit them. And when I observed this child, at this time I was in uni, I just woke up one day, I'm like, man, you're going to school. You're not staying in this house. What if
Mm-hmm.
crutching become your story the rest of your life? You have to go
Yeah.
to school. And trust me, that boy is in second year university as we are talking.
Okay.
If I did not stand at that moment, maybe
Mm.
his school would have ended. But
Yeah.
because there was nothing wrong, it was that confident, he was ashamed because now he had both crutches. And that crutches, he probably took him about 4 years before he stopped
Yeah.
using crutches completely. So what
Mm-hmm.
would have happened after 4 years? Maybe he wouldn't have gone to school. So sometimes it's really to identify it. I did not
Right.
just like
Yeah.
school for some reason, honestly. I did not like school. Even when in secondary school, it wasn't about the school. I went to nice schools, the people were nice, but
Mm.
I was just probably a mean child that wanted to be
Me
home. Yeah. So I think you need to identify with your child. You
identify.
know,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yes,
It's
but
important to
sometimes
identify.
it's good to encourage. And some of these
Mm.
parents, sometimes, we are not really, we don't understand what we want. There's an
Yeah.
age where your friends are doing science, you're just following them. Your friends are doing nursing, you're just following them. Then you realize this is not my purpose. How did I find myself here?
Yeah.
You begin all over, but that's
Mm-hmm.
different because you're an adult. You begin all over without complaining. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that's what happens, like in secondary schools, because all your friends have gone to A class and they're doing science, you just join them. And your parents are
Just
Yeah.
probably
follow them.
assessing that. They say, no, you're weak. You're weak in these subjects. I think
Mm.
arts is good for you. But because your friends are there, you want to belong, you're with them. You just want to join. So sometimes I would think, find the balance. Just see
Mm.
where you can have an input as a parent. That's what I'll
Input.
say.
Yes.
Don't just leave,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, totally
Mm.
them. Yeah,
No, you don't leave them totally. It's just about you
yeah,
finding their strength and encourage them in that direction. That is
yeah.
what I would say personally. I think there are some comments you need to check.
Okay.
Yes, I was waiting for you guys to.
Okay.
Precious meal. That is true. I could remember my parents were forcing me to do one particular course and I refused and they were so angry with me. It's very common, oh. Basic tips and tricks. Welcome to the live stream. It's okay. I finished eating your scotch egg alone. That's why you're late. Precious meal, the best way to deal with that type of issue is to look what that child is good at. Then you can encourage
Mm.
him or her to go for that. You don't force them into your own choice, into your
Yeah.
own choice, like exactly because forcing a child to do something, it can make the child not to even succeed in that area. Because
Mm-hmm.
as some children they don't learn
Exactly.
when they are being pressurized. It will
Yeah.
take them
Mm-hmm.
time before they will actually love what they are doing. So if you're forcing a child to do something, you have to be careful. Look at
Yeah.
what the child Antoinette, in that aspect, it is a two-way thing. It is a two-way side, cause it might be good and it might be bad too, cause the parent might see the kid playing mostly with chalk and trying to teach her friends, then the child loves teaching. Yes,
Yeah.
I where I work, there was a girl. She had a daughter. The child will come back from school every day. You guys know what she's going to do. She will stand outside in front of this flag garden. She'll move the flags, put them like three people sitting. She'll take a stick and she'll be teaching them. Like that's how she will do her homework every day. Every day, I'll look at her like that. And I'm like, wow, this is something that you're already seeing the child manifesting an interest in, maybe teaching
Yeah.
or to be a professor. And when you see that kind of thing that a child is doing, there's so many ways that you can encourage that child. Maybe get
Yeah.
toys that is going to help the child to bring out more of such talent. Exactly. My
Yeah.
son is about to choose his subject at school. All I am doing right now is looking at the area he is good at. Yes, you look at the area that your son is good at and you encourage
Him.
him. I wish him all the best. Yes, it's really challenging. It is. Parenting is challenging.
Very
So okay.
challenging. Very, very challenging. I know one of
So
the areas, okay.
it's okay. You're my guest. Right on. Hi.
One of the areas again, I think for me, I had a challenge growing up was in area of expression. In area of expression, do you understand? Being like your parents actually expressing themselves in a way that you can actually emulate. you know let me bring it together, let me relate it, or how do I put it, combine it with showing of affection. Do you understand? Your parents that really love their kids, and you're trying to show the child, I love you, I care about you, and stuff like that. Growing up as in Africa or in Nigeria precisely, we never really had that. You get it? So there was no, your parents love you. Like when you were talking about hard, what they call it, what was that you used? Said, is it
Have
hard
fun.
love? Tough love,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. We
We
know
never
tough
really
love.
had, yes, we never really had that. So we didn't know how to express ourselves towards our parents. We didn't know how to express ourselves towards our siblings, because this is my sibling. And whatever happens, I must accept this person. But you really don't know how to say, to actually show that love. The only way you know how to show that love is that whatever he does, you just take it, just tolerate it. You just have to share whatever it is you have. Do you understand? But for
Mhm.
me, when you said the tough love thing, I really think it's important to know how to express yourself. I really think it's important to teach a child how he or she can express themselves. And it starts with you as a parent, knowing how to express yourself towards your child or around your kids. That way they can learn from you. Because I really don't like that idea of saying, you should know I love you. I don't have to say it. No, I want to know. You understand? I tell my kids now, but my parents never. Okay, my dad told me that was later in life, but at that early stage, he never did. So when he beats me and beats me and beats, and it's my mom that used to report me. She will report me, and then my dad will start beating me, and then she'll be like, please don't kill my child for me. That's she showing that, okay, I love my child, I don't want you to kill her for me. But I didn't see it that way. I just felt that, look, you guys hate me. Do you understand? So I will write it down, how I'm going to run away when I grow up, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, I'm never going to come back. But even if you're trying to correct your child in our African way, the way we do here, where you spank a child, you being able to express yourself towards that child and making that child know, I love you, I care about you, and I'm trying to help you, will actually help that child, take some time back, and think about what's going on or what he or she is doing. I don't know if
Now, I get what you're saying. I would just chip into what you said. When you're talking about tough love, to me, that's one of
yeah.
the things that I like that is trending in Africa. I don't know if it's making sense, but it's making sense in my head. To me, one of the
Okay.
things that Africa has evolved, Africa has grown, is the use of language. I feel like we have changed. Our tone has
Mm.
become softer. We have
Yeah.
learned as a people to tell our children, I
Mm.
love you, you're
Yeah.
beautiful. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was a cultural thing. The fact that our parents, remember, I don't know, but I want to speak for 80% of us Africans. Have you ever
Yeah.
heard your mom telling your dad or your dad telling your mom that I love you? Have you ever seen them
No.
kissing? And that is
Ah,
why we want to try those things. We want to see for ourselves. But I feel
yeah.
like we have evolved, you know. We hug
Evolved.
ourselves now in
Yes.
front of our children. We kiss in front of our
Yeah.
children. I don't, you get what I mean?
Mm.
Like a peg for them to know it's
Yeah.
okay. We
It's
tell them we
okay.
love them. And that
Mm-hmm.
is something I really like. We have grown as a people that we
Good.
are
Mm-hmm.
comfortable using these words. We don't see I love you like, hey, you say you love me from a negative
Yeah.
side as if it's sexual. You know, I'm
Mm.
comfortable
Yeah.
now. I call my sisters, I call my friends, chat, and I text, oh, I love you, sis. It's becoming a common word among us. Having said
Oh,
that, I
yeah.
don't want us to take it for granted. Let's not just say it
Granted.
because it's trending. Because you can say I
I
love you
say,
and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Messi, but you have never
Mm-hmm.
told me that you love me.
Are you my friend? Are you my friend?
I'm finished. I'm deleting your number after this. Okay.
Yeah.
um, welcome, Sissy's Kitchen. Precious meal. Please, which country is that? Why will a teacher beat a child because she or he cannot spell? I think
Even
that
in
she's
It's in
Cameroon,
asking.
they do
Nigeria.
that. No, even in Cameroon, even in
It's in
Cameroon, they do
Nigeria.
that. Even in
Uh-huh.
Even in
Cameroon,
Cameroon, they beat in
they do
primary
it.
school, even secondary school, they beat
They beat.
stubborn children or people who don't
Yes,
always
for
do
spelling
homework.
mistake. They beat.
Mm.
They beat even in
Them.
Cameroon.
So
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
Precious
Mm-hmm.
Call grew up in abroad. In Cameroon, they do
precious
that.
meal. Now you're calling the precious call the
Sorry,
Cameroonian
Precious
YouTuber.
Mill,
This
I'm
is
sorry. Maybe she grew up in abroad.
Nigeria.
In Cameroon, they beat.
Kemdi, this is your sister. In fact, our sister, all
Okay.
of us
Oh,
are
she's from
one.
Nigeria.
Yes, she
Okay.
does
Yeah.
cooking. So
Oh, okay.
let's move,
Okay.
let's do something light and relaxing. What was your
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
best moment growing up? No, should we say best or worst moment? No, let's start with
We've
worst
spoken about
moment. This
our
is
worst challenges are like our worst moments.
what you did not like growing up. I mean, I forgot this part. There's something that I did not like while I was growing up. I am the last born. I never liked the fact that when you send me to go and buy something, I'll go and buy. Maybe I'll go and pick the wrong thing because I
Mm.
left my head in the parlor watching TV. Then when I'll come back, you ask me to go and
Yeah.
refund it. You asked me to go and refund it, and trust me, Lizette,
Yeah.
Lizette will leave as if she's going to refund it. I'll just go and do a small movement. I'll just go turn small. I come back. Mommy, the man has closed the shop just because
Don't want to go there.
it's something I've never liked, like to go and buy something, then you go and refund it. You go and start telling the shop owner that, well, sorry, I made mistake. I was supposed to buy the gari, but I came and said I want to buy the rice. So that's something
Mm.
that I never liked doing growing up. Then we also had this game that we call, now I'm talking about my sweet memories that I miss while growing
Mm.
up. After this, you guys are going to share your own, then we will be closing the live. Another thing that I miss is that with my sisters, we used to play this game called Epakedon Touch. It's a
Mm.
game where when you have your food, if you have anything, it could be food or money, when you have it, and let me say I'm playing with you, Kemzi. When you see me,
Yeah.
you have to hit it, hit the thing that I'm holding. When it touches the ground, you say, hey, Pake, don't touch. It means that I'm not supposed to, in fact, I'm not supposed to even put
Okay.
my eye there again. It belongs to you. I don't know if you get
Mm-hmm.
you get it.
Yeah.
So it used
Okay.
to really be fun, and my sister was so talented in that. It's like she knows when you are having food, then she
Mm-hmm.
just need to eat a packet, don't touch, and she'll be eating it and looking at you, my neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet moment that I missed while growing up.
If there's one
Okay.
thing, if there's one thing they need to ban in this life, they need to ban that a packet don't touch. A packet don't touch. Let me explain it to you, Kenzie. So you have like something on your hand like this, like your food.
Yeah.
Even as in a spoon of rice. I'm not joking. You know, you have your spoon of
Yeah.
rice like this. They will
Yeah.
just eat it. Then they will pick it and eat. Think of when you're very hungry. It was common in primary school. You have your break during lunch. You have your you
Yeah.
cry. It's one of the worst things.
Good.
I hate it. My mother did not want to catch it because they will just
Yeah.
take it. Then you'll be crying now, and you're really hungry. They're not giving you, even if it's your brother, it's your sister. They won't give you. They'll eat all of it in front of
Yeah.
you. Then you need, some of these children are so greedy that when they are eating, this is how they hold it. You cannot eat it from their
Uh,
hands. Oh
hi.
no, that's something I really hated growing up. A packet. I used to
Yeah.
say it's for longer children, those who have long throat.
My yeah. It's for fun.
Okay.
Me too. Me one.
So what was the thing you liked growing up? Like something you
Growing
miss?
up, I
I
would say
Eh?
I Bessie after you. It's okay.
growing up to me, the most thing is the fact that I'm from a large home with my sister. So I always felt like I've had
Okay.
that company. There is gisting,
Yeah.
non-stop gisting and playing. To me, that's just it. I'll never regret that about childhood. Play, 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 play,
Mm,
play. Yeah, too much fun. And being a child, anyway, it depends the stage that we are talking about. Being a child, I'll say from that 12 downward,
mm,
I just felt like it's a good place. I had one uncle that will come to the house all the time. He will take your measurement with a broomstick. So he will measure your leg. He never bought us those shoes, but each time he comes, that's how innocent children are. He will come
yeah.
and take your measurements, and we are so excited. I just love that about my childhood. The fact that he would take it even 15 times, and we've never seen the shoes till date. But we still had that
Mm,
fun. Just doing the measurement, we
yeah.
give him, and he goes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like childhood
Okay.
is fun. Yes.
For me, I
Um,
think okay. Go ahead,
I wanted to take
Liz.
I wanted to take some comments.
Okay, go ahead.
Please,
Take comment.
please, I think we answered that. Jaya's journey. Welcome, sis. I go report you now. My yeah. That's bad to beat a child who cannot spell. In fact, corporal punishment is no longer allowed in schools in Cameroon. Yes. Yeah, we are just sharing like things that used to happen. We have evolved and most of those practices are no longer acceptable. Thank God you are confessing.
Mm.
I think that was then. Are the teachers in Nigeria still beating students? Are they?
Yeah, they
Kemdi,
still do.
her
Yeah, they
daughter
still
is
do.
not 6. She's talking about her daughter being
Yes, they
6.
still do.
Okay, so they are
Mm.
still
They
doing
still
that.
do. They still do.
Hello,
They
Beyonce
still do. And if you go
BBTV.
to
Welcome. It's okay. You can write down. I'll continue later.
Okay. They still do. They still flog children. In short, if you go to question them, they will say you're not encouraging the teachers. You're not allowing them do their job and stuff like that. So it's just the best thing for you to do is look for a school that actually works the way you like, and then enroll your child. That's just what we do now. Just look for a school, check out their rules, how they do things, and then you can enroll your child in that school. Because right now they see it as if you come to question their reason for their bit, the beating of the children, they look at it as if you're not being a good parent and as if you're obstructing their job anyway. And for me personally, I would say there are a lot of things I didn't like growing up. So many things I didn't like growing up. Let me just say that one of them is the fact that when our parents are going out, they leave us with cousins. Like little kids, they leave you with cousins, with neighbors, with uncles, and all of that, and anything can go wrong. Till today, I do not encourage people to leave their children with other people. Like I'm used to, if I'm going out, is either if my sisters are around, I leave my children with my sister, or I go out with them. Although now they are growing up, so I can actually leave them at home for like 1, 2, 3 hours and go out and come in. But then they will leave you with neighbors and they feel like, don't worry, uncle will take care of you. They have no idea what's going on when they are not around. They even bring other people, older people to come to the house and stay with the children. They have no idea what's going on. So I hated that. Don't leave me with anybody. In short, I will not leave my kids with anybody. Right now, if I call my brother and he says he's not at home, I say, where is the children? He say, I left them with my neighbor. I used to get mad. Then don't worry, I trust my neighbor. He's a pastor. I say, pa, what? I don't care if he's a pastor. I don't care if he's a bishop. So I don't even care if he's next to the Angel Gabriel. For me, it's a no, no. I hated that. That is just one thing. Then one of the things I missed, I would say I miss. I think it's only one thing I actually miss is the times we used to spend with my dad when he would tell us stories about the time when they were growing up, all those tail light stories, and he would tell us the stories of what happened during the war and stuff like that. I think that's what I miss about my childhood. That was the only thing I miss. Anyway, nothing else. That's just the only thing I miss. But aside from that, every other thing when I was growing up was terrible. And for a lot of children in Nigeria, I'm sure they will tell you the same thing because it wasn't fun. That is just the truth.
Okay. I'll just take this comment before I add in to what you just said. Jayewa
Yeah.
Jai's journey, complete complete. Okay, she says that she missed wearing complete complete. I don't know if you know what is complete complete, like matching outfits.
Hello?
While you were
Okay.
growing in Cameroon, in Cameroon, we used to do this compare, like matching outfit for all siblings when they have a special occasion or when you're going to church.
Okay.
You see everybody wearing the same material, like ashwabi. They wear the same material, maybe the same
Yeah.
style,
Okay.
same color of shoes. I think I actually missed that also. Basic tips and trick. I never liked that game, so
There
I
was nothing fun
never
about that for me.
never liked a
Wow.
packaging touch. um Hi everyone, good love life true. Thank you for joining the live stream. If the teacher has the children at heart, he or she should call the attention of the parents to guide them on how to help the child, knowing how to spell, or advising them on getting a
Mm.
home teacher. Yes, I think there are teachers who actually do that. There are teachers who have a good
Yeah.
relationship with their pupils to the extent that if they notice something that
Yeah.
is not, they can notice that there's something happening in a child's life, maybe from home. They will notice it that the child is not concentrating at school, and they'll call the attention of their child's parents. There are teachers who do that. That is
Mm.
the reason I hate going to school when I was small. I hate beating. So many people, so many children have dodged classes because they don't want to be beaten.
Yeah.
Beyonce BBT, I admire my childhood a lot. Oh, that's great. Antoinette, I also have my parents' contact so as to carry their children's weaknesses to them, because it's my duty as a teacher to identify my children's weaknesses so as to help them out of it. Yes, she's
Yeah.
no Antoinette teacher. So she's saying that the children that she's teaching, she has the contact of their parents. In a case where she identifies a
Mm.
weakness, she calls their parents, she brings the attention of their parents. Good love life through the years. I don't like keeping children with strangers, even family members. Not at all. It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come back to that. Good love life through uniform. Compare yes, uniform. Precious me, you are very correct. Trust no one. Me too. I don't like that idea of leaving your children for anyone. Talking about
Mm-hmm.
leaving your children for people to take care of, that's something that is very, very common. It is very, very common. And there are children that have been
Yeah.
taken advantage of just because you want to go out and you don't want to carry your children around. You feel like maybe where you're going to, you
Mm.
don't want to carry your children around. You leave your children with people, maybe your neighbors. And they say the heart of man, I don't want to say the heart of man is wicked, but the heart of man is wicked.
Mm.
And devil manipulates you in a second. You might be a very nice person, but something can just happen that your thoughts just change to something very bad, and you see yourself doing something which, in your normal sense, you're not even going to. You will not even think of doing that. So it is very, very important for parents to go out with their children. If you have a partner or you have relative, try to schedule
Yeah.
your in a way that this person is staying at home while you are going out. Don't just leave your children with any kind of person, especially those who don't know how to
Yeah.
express themselves. Especially children who don't know how to express themselves. If it's a child who can speak, a child who doesn't take nonsense, because there are children who are bold like that from a younger age, that they don't take nonsense. They will tell you that, hey mommy, can you imagine that uncle was sending me to go and carry
Yeah.
water when he met me here? If you know that your child is not good in expressing his or herself, then you should avoid leaving your children with strangers. You should totally avoid that. That's what I did. I will flock all
Yeah.
the plants in the compound with a broomstick and talking along too. So my parents saw teaching in me and guided me to go for perfection. Oh, I know where I think Antoinette actually left the stream. Then she's trying to follow up. So I think this is from behind when
Yeah.
I was talking about my colleague's
Yeah.
daughter who will come back from school and will be teaching class. Complete was a game to counting the number of people you see in complete. Ah, yes, 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 yes. I remember this. I remember this. I don't know. Let me explain it to Kemzi. It's like you guys are sitting down. I call it idle park. You're sitting down and you are in a game that you count anybody who has the same matching outfit that is passing in the street.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
person with the highest number of counts is the one who has won. Even with taxis, even with
Okay.
taxis, you can sit and say, okay, I'll be
That must be
counting
fun.
how many yellow cars will pass today, how many blue cars will
Yeah.
pass today.
Yeah.
Please don't
Yeah,
forget to
my
give
Wow.
life
the host a thumbs up, please. I can see 12 people watching, but we've got less thumbs up. Please don't forget to give a
is
thumbs up.
yes, please. The more
Yeah.
you give, it is going to send the video to other people. So please give a
Yeah.
thumbs up. Kitchen, my
Mm.
life almost got ruined staying with people. I would not advise anyone to leave their children to people. Period. It's not as
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think we are gradually coming to the end of the live stream. You guys want to say something again? Or
No, I was
your
just
last
wanted to talk about games that Jenny talked about. There used to be a
okay.
game, I don't know how they call it, but this game, you put your hand like this if you feel something. You don't have to miss it. If they miss it, they double the beating. Do you know it?
This
I don't know
that
how
they
you put
slap
your hand like this. You have to either make, as children, the
Okay.
things
I didn't
we
have
do,
that.
it.
the things we do and the pain that they inflict on you, and you want to belong as a child
Yeah.
because if you cry a lot, they won't involve
Yeah.
you in games. Because when you cry a lot, you go and tell
Mm.
your parents not to. So your parents might come and beat me. So you won't be part of that game.
Okay.
They won't do that at tough.
Okay.
So when they hit you, you won't cry. I don't know how
Yeah.
they but they need to do something like this, then they will slap. You know the game I'm talking about,
Okay.
Liz. You stretch your hand like that, then they hit you.
And they slap it. Yes. There's the one they call Zolo beating for this one is for boys. Zolo
For
beating,
the
that one is
ball
for
to
boys.
go between your leg. If the ball goes between your leg.
If the ball goes in between your leg, they have to hit you. There's a point where you have to touch. When you touch that place, they don't beat you again. Imagine five people running behind you to beat you. Then the worst is if you fall, if you fall down before you reach that point or that circle, you're finished. I did not talk about my own sweet memory. Something that I really enjoy was the last born privilege. I'm going to call it privilege. The last born privilege. You know, as a last born, everywhere your mom is going to, she's taking you.
Yeah.
They call us handbag,
Mhm.
mommy's handbag. Ekume, mommy's
Okay.
handbag. Everywhere you're going to, they take you. They'll come. Your mother will come back
Yeah.
from her occasion. Oh, take this one. This is for mama, and nobody should touch it because you're the last born. So you just have that privilege.
Mm.
Your sisters are even not like afraid. Your sisters are skeptical when they want to beat you because they know what your mouth can do. Know how,
Last
know how
bonds
you
are
cannot bite
dangerous, no matter
to
the
do
age of
their
the last bond.
they don't
Mm.
even make you to hear. Because the moment you hear, you just go and tell mommy, hey mommy, I
Yeah.
say these people are black go out. You know, they say last ones are report cards. So
Yeah.
I kind of that privilege. I really enjoyed
Mm,
it.
yeah.
Mm.
Um Antoinette says
There are comments down there.
yes, I'm reading it. Antoinette, as parents and teachers, we need to know our kids, especially when it has to do with teaching them. Some kids
Yeah.
will learn more through play and some through stick approach. So it's good for us to know, yes, children learn differently. Children learn different.
Yeah.
Some ones you have to make the environment to be really friendly. Some ones you have to be in that do this. You have to hold and whip by them. You're very right, sis. Good guys, connect with me. I'm connected to you ladies already. Good love, life, truth. Hello, everything wicked. Welcome to the live stream. Oh my G, I'm lady. Yes, and we are in the process of rounding up
No.
Jay's journey. All of report card committee. Yes, this my junior cousin. She knows how to report. This
Mm.
this 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 child like this, she can report for Africa. Bridget Cycle. Hi, beautiful. Thank you for joining the live stream, Bridget Cycle. Please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. We're talking about growing up in African and growing up as African girls in our different African homes. And we have Life of Kemdi. She's a Nigerian YouTuber.
Life
If
with,
you guys want to
life with.
live with,
Life
I
with.
don't sound this. Today I'm doing a live of oh God, Kemdi, I'm sorry. So guys, we have Life with Kenzie. She's a Nigerian YouTuber. Do want to check up her channel after the live. We also have Bessie Gray. Do want to check up her channel after this live. And we have Journey with Liz. If you love our content, subscribe, support us, subscribe, share our videos, watch them, and you can leave a genuine comment. There is a Bonariri. I hate last born.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you hate me because I'm a last born. No,
That,
I
you
can't
people,
believe that you
last
hate
born,
me.
they're dangerous, no matter their age. And on the comment section, you have other YouTubers as well. Bridget Cycle, I think she's a YouTuber. Jai's
Yes,
Jenny is a YouTuber. Everything with Kate is a YouTuber. God Love Life Truth is a YouTuber. Cecile's Kitchen is a YouTuber. Precious Milk, she's a YouTuber as well. Beyonce
Beyonce.
BBTV, she's a YouTuber. Basic Tips and Tricks as well.
Yeah, I think
Cecile's
that is
Kitchen,
all.
she's a YouTuber. No, Emelda Jake, she's a YouTuber as well. Yelen Gaya, is that the name? Sorry if I don't pronounce your name well. I'm sorry. It's a YouTuber as
Helen,
well.
yeah, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Yelen Gaya. Yeah. So Alex and Jackie Tolush is a YouTuber as well. Please do well to check each other's content. If you like it, you stay there. I wanted to ask one question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Antoinette says, in my childhood, I was a dancer. Wow. In all birthday parties around the house, my big brother and myself, we would dance until we would end all the sweets in the biscuits of the day. I don't like people like you. Then those of us that cannot dance.
I was
Do you
like that.
remember playing?
Antoinette, I had that also. I did a lot of dancing while I was growing up as a child. I would dance until my auntie, because I have my aunt who lives in Mokundange. I would dance there when I go there. They would call me the dance. I will dance when they have parties until she would take me and put me in the house. I don't go out, but the sound of music is just pulling me. I used to tell myself that I feel like if I was not in a disciplined home, maybe I would have turned out a dancer.
A dancer?
I'm not
Yeah.
saying that dancers are not disciplined. Dancing is not a good profession, but I'm just saying that if I was not, really, really from a strict family, maybe I should have been a dancer. I
I've,
should have been a
I've
dancer.
just thought of one thing. I know we are rounding up. Did you ever play when it was raining under the rain came in? Did you do that?
Yes, I did. I loved playing under the rain, but that was when we moved to the village. I grew up in the north, so when we
Yeah.
moved to the village, we used to do that. But then after playing, I always end up sick or having rashes on my skin. Do you understand? But it was really interesting. That is something I really liked, but it
Yeah.
wasn't something that happened. It was just maybe once, twice thereabout. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought
Okay,
of it and I remember as a child playing under the rain was really fun.
Fun, yes, yes, it
Yeah.
was fun. It was fun, but just like you end up seeing. In my place, I'm from Riverine area, so we have this River Niger. They call it River Niger, but I think it's a sea, not far from my house in the village. So we used to go there to go and swim. So imagine when you're swimming and it's raining at the same time. That fun. It used to be very interesting.
so ladies,
Yeah.
as we are rounding up, I don't know, maybe you guys will just say your last word, maybe an encouragement to parents out there or to a girl, any young girl who is growing, those in Africa, abroad, I don't know. Maybe you just give a
Okay, let
last
me
word, then we
last word I would tell any parent is that know that you're enough and try to reassure your children that they are enough in themselves. Don't
Yeah.
compare them even with your siblings. I know it's not very easy, but there is a positive way that you can encourage a child without it coming across like you're comparing. You're
Yeah.
enough and you're doing great. Don't turn on your left, don't turn to your right. You are doing great as a parent. Just trust the process. And where you have difficulties, don't be afraid. Don't be frightened. Ask from a friend, ask from your parents, ask from sisters, ask from someone you trust that they won't make a mockery at you. Just keep asking when you have challenges. Parenthood is so challenging. No one has it figured out. We are all learning in the process, and we will
Mm.
learn till the day we leave the earth. So don't
Yeah.
be afraid. Do your best
Yeah.
as a parent to do what is good for you as a parent to your child. Let an outsider not tell you what to do to your child. Oh, I think this child is
Right.
good at this. Their opinion doesn't really matter. I think you stand at a better position to assess your child rather than a
Yeah.
friend or from a neighbor. So just do you. And for that brave girl or that young girl growing out there, remember you're the future president. Remember you're a great person tomorrow. You're enough in yourself. Don't worry about
Mm.
this nappy hair. Oh, it doesn't look nice. I don't have bone straight. Oh, I'm dark. Oh, I'm too fair. Oh, I'm too fat. Oh, I'm too slim. There will always be an issue. No matter the
Mm.
amount of money you will have another
Mm.
issue. Cynthia was saying the other day on her channel, if you have a big house, you have an issue of cleaning. If you have a small house,
Yeah.
you have a big place.
Yeah.
So there's just not, there will never be enough. You're enough in
Yeah.
yourself. Don't think you're enough in yourself and you leave it there. That would be my last word.
Okay.
Okay.
For me, I would say protect your child for for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. Because we grew up in societies where parents are telling you they're trying to protect you. They don't want you to get pregnant because they don't want you to bring shame to the family. Not because they care about not because it's not like they don't care about your future, but they're not really thinking about that. What they are thinking about is the name of the family, the way you're going to soil the family. So if you're going to protect your child, if you're going to, help, guide your child to choose certain careers or whatever, guide them for the wrong reason, not for the sake of the society. That's what I'm going to say.
All right. Kemzi, I wanted to ask you when is your live stream so that I could add it in my
Friday.
conclusion. Every
Okay,
Fridays at what
Friday
time?
at 7 p.m. I don't know if that's okay, but I'm thinking 7 p.m. works better for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I would say go
7
what
p.m. Nigerian
works
and
better for
Cameroon.
you.
Okay. 7
But
p.m. is
then you
the
want
same
to,
time with
sorry to add, but then you want to check when your audience are most
yeah.
available. You want to check when,
Okay.
just check from your dashboard, see when it's likely that you have more audience and you go with
Audience.
that. It
Okay.
might be difficult,
Okay.
but I think when you have the audience, because if you're
Uh,
making it late and you don't have the audience, or you're making it too early, you don't have the audience, you need to find
mm,
the balance.
okay. I think 7
Yeah.
p.m. My audience are more available by 7 p.m.
Okay.
Fridays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let
Mhm.
me take these comments. Bridget cycle. Growing up as a child is fun, especially during Christmas. So much good memories. I relate with you, sis. Good love, good love life through. Yes, I played under the rain. Playing under the rain is so fun. That's from Kate. Antoinette is cursed to have such schools that don't beat all, but it's just for you to make the teacher your friend so that he or she will take care of your child. We know that kind
That's a
of
tip from a teacher.
that's a tip from a
Mhm.
teacher for I want to
Yeah.
say that Life Kemdi is a Nigerian YouTuber, and you can find her on YouTube with the name Life with Kemdi. She's going to have a she has live streams every Friday at 7 p.m. Nigerian time, 7 p.m. Cameroon time, 8 p.m.
Mm.
France time, European time. Then we have Bessie Gray. She has live streams every Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Cameroon time. 4 p.m. Cameroon time, 4 p.m. Nigerian time, 4 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. European time. And we have your host, Jenny with Liz. I have my live streams every Sunday at 4 p.m. Cameroon time. So you guys should feel free to subscribe to our channels and watch our content. Let us know your feedback. And if you have any particular topic that you want us to talk about during a live show, let us know. We are here to deliver to you guys. If you are not there, who is going to take it? So we have come to the end of this live stream.
Can I
Thank you
just add
guys for
something?
watching. Yes, ma'am.
Can I just add something? Everything we
Yes.
can have a live stream at 7 p.m. tonight.
Yeah.
She's a Cameroonian YouTuber as well. Everything we Kate. If you're free, you might want to join her live stream at 7 p.m.
Yes.
today.
Mhm. Ah,
I've forgotten what I was saying now. Anyways,
thank you.
thank you guys
That you're
for
the
watching.
host.
Thank you guys for watching and subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. I'm hoping to
Mm.
see you guys on Wednesday, Basic Grace channel, Friday, Life with Kemdi, Sundays, Journey with Liz, and Everything with Kate's channel.
Okay. Yeah.
Everything
Today too,
with
she's
Kate.
having live today. She's having live today by seven.
Yes, today. That's why I
7
said
p.m.
Sunday, like today after
Okay.
this. So, as
Okay.
I said, if you have any topic that you want us to talk about, feel free to let us know. You could leave it in the comment section or you send a DM on Instagram. Any means, just let us know. We are going to deliver. Thank you guys for watching. Until then, bye.
See you. Bye. Mm. Okay.